Well, good afternoon, everyone. On this First Alert Weather Day, we have at least 5 more hours of weather that is pretty tame, but eventually we're going to see a cold front spark some heavy rain to develop, some thunderstorms as well, and a few strong storms or an isolated severe storm can't be ruled out, a part of the mix. The more widespread impact we've been talking about with this particular system will be poor travel conditions. Now, on the very isolated scale or sporadic scale, you might get a strong storm to create some wind damage. And where that greater chance is going to be setting up, you can see just a tiny portion of the southwest corner. That's where that level 2 out of 5 has set up. But you go towards I-91 westward, again, an isolated strong or severe thunderstorm can't be ruled out. So again, it's more of a widespread rain impacts, and especially in the central and western part of the state, there's a risk for excessive rainfall. We're talking about some places 1 to 2 inches, maybe locally higher than that over a short period of time. So First Alert Futurecast, again, fairly quiet. You might get a random shower that develops this afternoon, but nothing to be terribly concerned about. And then as we take a look at First Alert Futurecast for this evening, it may take until 7, 8 o'clock for a lot of these showers and storms to really start to develop and get going. And once they do, well, they'll kind of expand in coverage. So at 11 o'clock, for example, as the UConn game is wrapping up, depending on, if you're out and about enjoying it somewhere, you may be driving through this on your way home. So it might make you adjust some of your plans, but certainly just want to give you that first alert that the most active weather is going to be coming in after dark and continuing through midnight, and everything is going to be shifting eastward. So the heaviest should be moving out through 3 o'clock and then kind of winding on down in intensity and coverage as we head into tomorrow morning. Right now, though, we're just sucked in with the clouds and low clouds as well. So it's just going to be tough to get any sunshine here, and that could be a good thing. As you know, sunshine equals, greater instability. But so far, knock on wood, just kind of cloudy, overcast conditions with lots of fog out there, and it's been tough to get that fog to kind of mix on out and move on out. Right now, the radar is quiet, and you can keep up with the radar trends today through the First Alert Weather app, and you can also keep a watch on things while you're on the go. If you're out somewhere, you can have the TV on the game, and then you can be watching the news right in the palm of your hand on your phone. So it can be very, very helpful. Now, other than winds or locks at 48, we have 50s, even 62 degrees in Danbury. So we're warming up, slowly moistening up. We have foggy conditions out there, especially I-84 in points southward, but even right up towards Windsor Locks, it is just barely improved since very early this morning. And seeing that fog pretty thick in nature down towards Mystic with a little bit of a breeze. 60s developing today, about 66 New Milford, 65 Suffield as we look town by town, 61 in Stores, about 58 in Plainfield. So the temperatures will be just a little bit lower as we go down to the south and east because of that wind off the water. And 60 degrees for Durham, but well above average for this time of year. So warm, breezy, kind of dreary through the afternoon hours. As we take a look at the forecast hour by hour, it's not until tonight we get the stormy weather building in, both inland and at the shoreline. So 8, 9, 10 o'clock especially, we'll start to see a lot more of that activity developing. And then tomorrow we have the sunshine returning. It's going to be cooler, breezy, but we'll take a nice dry day with high temperatures generally in the low 50s, which is pretty much where we should be for this time of year. And even cooler, we have a first alert for some frosty conditions for Wednesday morning, a high of only 49 degrees, but back into the 60s very quickly Thursday, Friday, back into the 50s, a little cooler over the weekend and unsettled. So at times we'll see some showers, and at times it's just mostly cloudy. So we'll fine tune that part of the forecast once we get through this First Alert Weather Day. We'll have another check of the forecast in about 10 minutes from now. Kara?